nice cup of coffee. It is 9:05 p.m. at night, and I'm drinking a nice cup of black coffee with what's your name? Jordan. That's your name, Jordan.
We swear it was just coffee.
Yeah, no, I'm coughing from it. All right, so today's Saturday at 9 o'clock at night. Jesus Christ, why? Why is it snowing? Why?
Oh, you know what? I just realized it's got to be some kind of punishment for whatever, because it's just we're New Englanders, and that's what happens.
It looks like cocaine is falling from the sky.
Jeez, man, I'm telling you. Well,
For those non-cocaine users out there, you know, not saying we're
no, I honestly I can't stand it. You know, I mean, I was ready to dust off my clubs and ready to hit the links just yesterday, and then you had this, and I'm telling you, what fun can you have in the snow? You know, I mean,
you could build a snowman.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I don't.
You could do it naked.
Yeah, but who am I, Johnny Mathis? Am I going to be singing "Walking in a Wonderland"?
You might. So hey, hear this. So I'm leaving work, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I don't get about people who live in New England. So I'm leaving work, and there's lines everywhere in the grocery store. Now I just need olive oil. That's all I need. People freak out all the time over snow.
That's what we do. Yeah.
They think it's like the end of the world.
Oh yeah. I mean, thank goodness we don't live in like Pat's down south. You know, like you realize if this was happening in Georgia, I mean, it would be the end of the world. It'd be the apocalypse.
Right, but I mean, we see this all the time.
Still though, it doesn't matter.
And people still can't get it right.
Yeah, you know, that's what happens. Speaking of not getting things right, by the way, so kind of on the docket, just kind of recap of what we discussed last week, by the way. So sure enough, we talked a little bit about the Winter Olympics, some of the events, what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm actually digging them.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you who's not digging them. All right,
The guy that
broke his neck, doing what? Snowboarding. All right, weren't we just talking about that last week? Dangers of snowboarding. I swear, everything in the Winter Olympics is meant to cause physical harm. If you really get down to it, I mean.
So, are you saying now you're not going to snowboard?
I've never been a big fan of snowboarding. Forget it.
You were skiing.
Well,
quote unquote, you said last time.
I mean, that's going to be. I think snowboarding is that much harder. I mean, first off, like I said before, I realize this about myself. I don't have the balance. All right, nor are my feet, that proportionally correct. I walk like a duck. All right, so how am I gonna retain any kind of balance on a thin board? All right, going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm sure that's what that guy thought. All right, and okay, the other thing I want to talk about.
Yeah,
all right,
hit me.
Now, okay, snowboarding. All right, I could see maybe. Now you're from this area. You're from Maine, right?
No, I'm from Dedham.
From Dedham. I thought you lived in Maine for a while, no? But anyway, okay, the point is,
Maine.
regardless where you live, the point is you're a New Englander, all right? New Englanders are adept for things like snowboarding, like skiing, like skating, all right? Do you know where that guy was, where he was from, the guy that broke his neck?
Maine.
Australia. What the heck is someone from Australia doing snowboarding, all right? Makes you think, right? I mean, come on, man. Maybe you're out of your league just a little bit. I mean, where can you effectively snowboard in Australia? It's like 1,000,000 degrees down there. What are you going to go snowboard down Ayers Rock in the sand? It's ridiculous.
It's just like
my thing of it is
snorkeling.
Like, know your region, all right? It's like, and I've noticed this within this past Olympics, all right? Just to, I may come under some criticism from this, all right? But I noticed like a lot of different competitors from a lot of different countries are competing in the Winter Olympics that just don't belong. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, all right? And granted, it was a funny movie when it came out a while ago, all right? But there is, in fact, a Jamaican bobsled team. I thought this was a joke, all right? I was like, oh, that's a cute movie, I thought it was like Milo and Otis, to like a cat and a dog, like talking or whatever. Obviously, it's something that can never happen.
By the way, that's a good movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I love Milo and Otis. Absolutely. But apparently there is such a thing as a Jamaican bobsled team. Whether or not they are having any success, it's beyond me, all right? But maybe that is not really the best sport I realize maybe they're not the best competitors for that particular sport based on their region.
Okay.
Like I said before, I may come under some flack for that. There was also a gentleman from Mexico, all right, that I think was in like the cross country skiing competition, and I think he ended up getting lost. But once again, you kind of wonder, wait a minute, wait, this guy's from Mexico?
Right.
Maybe he should be doing a different
sport.
sport.
It makes no sense because
exactly.
How are you practicing? And
Thank you.
How have you done it your whole life if you live in Mexico? There's no snow.
Precisely, there's no snow.
Unless you're doing it in the sand in the backyard.
Right, exactly. It's like a New Englander playing beach volleyball. I mean, granted, I don't know. Maybe that isn't within the realm of possibility, but it's just something that you don't think should happen.
No, because we don't have the weather to do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I'll say what you will about it. But
so did you see when Shaun White won?
Oh, I didn't see it, but I hear it was something else. Like it was pretty dramatic, right?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see it at all.
Nah, like I said before,
Yeah.
I get nervous anytime I watch those
this
things.
Like
I get nervous.
960 thing in the air. I don't know what the hell he did, but it was
a 960 or 360.
It wasn't even a 360.
Was it a triple Lutz?
I mean,
triple Salchow?
It was. I was amazed.
Yeah, they can do more than.
All right.
Yeah, I was amazed what he did.
Really?
Just to win and landed perfectly.
Really? I mean, God, you wonder like how how people get the intestinal fortitude to do the things that they do.
Parkour.
I mean, but I want to know like at what age does this start though? All right, like I mean, I swear
I think for him it started at the age of 8.
At 8 years old, and he was doing this stuff.
Yeah,
oh my Lord! I mean,
he's only 32. He's only 32.
I mean, you gotta have the resolve of Evel Knievel to be doing some of these things. I mean, I don't know. To me,
so pretty much you're saying he's signing his death wish.
Precisely. I feel like anyone who competes in these Winter Olympic sports, especially that event where you go down, and I don't think you even have any poles, but you have 2 skis, and you go down this big giant hill and go up in the air.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to land like that? Are you kidding me? I mean, geez, and I'm sorry, but they're coming down on the NFL for that sport being too dangerous. What about the Winter Olympics, for crying out loud?
You're right. You're right because
every sport is meant for death.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I should say except curling, though. See, now that's something to get into. Let's just keep it nice.
This is where you're right.
It's like a modified shuffleboard.
You have to do like these amazing tricks and land straight on your feet.
Not only that, but okay, yeah, exactly. You have to retain that perfect balance.
Football, flea flicker, back to Brady, end zone, done.
You know what? And what trips me out though is if you look at some of these athletes in the Olympics. All right, every athlete. I mean, you got to be in obviously like top physical condition to compete in this. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like these people are freaks of nature here.
Did you see the ice skating stuff? I wasn't big on. I'm not big on ice skating.
On ice skating, I hear people spend a lot of money to even like just get to that point of even like formal competition. You know, I don't know. I feel like it's, you watch. It could be entertaining for the first 2 minutes, and then that's it. Then the thrill is gone, though.
It seemed like they all were skating to the Beatles song.
Which one?
One was "Come Together." Do you remember the other one?
See, why can't Come Together? Like, why do they have to pick that stuff? Now, if you had like a pair dancing to "I Am the Walrus," now that would be something. At least, I feel like maybe some of the musical selections could be better when it comes to figure skating. I think don't they do they're trying to up the ante a little bit, right?
Wasn't that from "I Am the Walrus"?
I thought that was the mating call of a blue whale. No, I don't know what that was. But anyway, I hear that they're trying to like jazz up the figure skating competition by playing more contemporary music. But I'm sorry, but is Beatles right now, is that considered contemporary? I mean, I guess it beats the heck. I guess it's more contemporary than something like, Mozart or Beethoven or even Strindberg, but still though, it's like, I mean, here's the thing. Wouldn't it be more entertaining to watch someone who was ice skating to, let's say, I don't know,
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Tommy, the soundtrack of Tommy. How about that?
Okay,
now, that would be awesome. Or Joan Jett, or even Hat. Play some Hat. Like let's rock out.
Yeah.
At least that is entertaining. I'm sorry, but I can't get into it with the classical stuff. I want to fall asleep.
You know what they should do for the Winter Olympics? They should do milking cows.
Milking cows.
Yeah, who could be the fastest?
Fastest milker. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I swear these days they just putting anything in there. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You might as well. I mean, if they can make curling, like actual curling, like which is modified shuffleboard on ice, if you can make that into an Olympic sport, then sure, you might as well milk a cow while you're on ice. I feel like Disney has done that in some way, shape, or form. Right? Dare to dream.
Would you do it?
Would I milk a cow on ice? I don't know. Cows kind of frighten me a little bit, so I'd just be worried if I pulled on the other two head and then I get a hoof in the face, That could be hazardous right there. So, but anyway, getting back
I don't know. I never milked a cow before. Couldn't tell you.
Getting back to everything that's hazardous about the Winter Olympics, all right? I realized, it's we was talking about before, all right? These athletes, obviously, they are in like peak physical condition to compete in some of these sports, all right? Obviously, they have to be. What about? I mean, how come there are no sports that? I think the appeal in sports makes that.
Can I cut you off for a second?
I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of something.
All right, go ahead.
All right. No, I feel like shouldn't the appeal in sports, and I'm saying this is a kind of a general statement throughout the board, all right? Like, but don't you want to compete and watch something that you yourself can compete in?
Yes.
Like I feel, I feel like it's entertaining to watch football specifically. I mean, and you can empathize with this, all right? But the fact that we play. All right, and it's fun. All right, and it's something that we can do. All right, Who the heck can do snowboarding on a regular basis? Like, let's go into the parking lot and do like a pickup game of or a pickup snowboarding or whatever. You can't do that. That's the point,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like basketball, for example. I love me some basketball. Basketball, what? You know what? Just get a ball. Find a hoop. Not even. Find a peach basket or anything like that, and you can go and have yourself a ball. Can you do that with figure skating?
You can even do it in your backyard by throwing it in the the
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There are modifications. Baseball, you know what? You don't even need a glove. You just get out there with a little stick and a tennis ball, and bam, have yourself a ball out there. Can you do that in the Olympics? Can you do that with Olympic sports?
No.
Not at all. No. I mean, come on. What, are you going to lace up your skates? All right? You can't skate out in the parking lot. You can't skate around your dining room. It's not possible. And I'm sorry, but you have to be, like I said before, you have to be in peak physical condition to do these things. What about an Olympic sport for the average Joe, all right? Like, I swear, if eating a calzone was part of an Olympic sport, sign me up.
Would you have won that?
Absolutely.
How many calzones did you have?
I had one, but one from Lexington House of Pizza. Trust me. Shout out to Lexington House of Pizza. You guys make a mean calzone, all right?
Oh, yeah.
And usually, I'm one.
And the sponsor on the show now.
One is like half a calzone is enough, but no, I decided to go for the gold and complete the whole one. So
what was in this calzone?
Yeah, I think like sausage or something like that.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was delicious.
How big was it?
Well, it wasn't as bad its girth necessarily as it was flat. So it was kind of like, I mean, I don't know. It was kind of like a generic pizza.
Did you dip it in blue cheese?
No, there was no dipping sauce. There was marinara sauce, which is, I don't know. I'm a little bit iffy on the marinara sauce. I like, dipping stuff in dressing, But I swear, if there was like if there was a supporting competition for that, like who can dip the most crust in a can dip the most calzone crust, I mean, then I think I'd at least qualify, So,
do you know how to make calzone?
Do I know how to make it?
Yeah.
No, I really can't say I do.
No.
It's one of those things. Quick question, by the way, and talking about like Olympics, and we talked about like sports that we could qualify in.
All right, go ahead.
All right, what do you think? What do you think you could qualify in? And this is regardless if it's winter, if it's summer. What do you think you could qualify in? Is there anything you can qualify in?
Yes, cat petting.
Cat petting. You know what? I don't think that's an Olympic sport.
You can make it into one.
I've heard of cat gutting, but no, not.
Really? I think if there was Olympic sports, I don't know. They should do one on football.
Well, yeah.
They do hockey, don't they?
Well, they do hockey, all right? But if you notice with hockey, though, there's no professional athletes. I think they're all college, right? Yeah, there's no. That's what I'm saying. Like, why? It's like one of those things. It's like the Olympics. When it
Coffee
comes to
making.
hockey,
Coffee making.
coffee making. Yes, you would definitely be a gold contender right there.
Wasn't that great?
But I feel like even like when it comes to like hockey, for example, in the Olympics, it's like playing the Pro Bowl in football. Who wants what pro? First off, it happens right in the middle of this season, all right? And who would want to risk the injury? You know, playing in a sport that you're not even getting. Technically, these Olympic athletes, they don't get paid for this.
No, they
You
do
know?
it for free. They want the gold medal until they break their neck.
That's what I'm saying. Why go through that
Yeah.
risk? Here's the thing, though. But once again, talking about, I don't know. We talked in the show a lot about parity. Like, you know, during football season, we talked a lot about parity when it comes to the NFL. All right. In the Olympics, I feel like there is some parity going on with the United States. I mean, what's up with us losing to Slovakia? Was it Slovakia that we lost to, or did we beat Slovakia? We lost to some country that should not have beat us. Let's put it that way. I mean, and I'm sorry, but it's a shame. Obviously, we have someone here that does not care about hockey, right? So, hey, I'm trying, all right? I'm trying here, all right?
Do you not like hockey?
I can't stand it.
Really?
Once again, it's something that I can't play. I can't compete in because I can't skate, all right?
But it's just like me. I don't like baseball.
You don't like anything besides football.
Oh man, I love me some football. Football should be like every
I
season.
realize if they played football like year long, I mean, but I don't know if that's
You don't think they can do that?
physically acceptable. But no, but like I was saying before, though, I don't know. The United States, I think, has fallen short of expectations, at least when it comes to certain sports that we should be good at. Hockey, soccer is another one, all right? World Cup that's coming up, all right?
Yeah.
Played in Mother Russia, all right? I think
Do you
that's
like
it.
soccer? Are you a soccer guy?
Once again, soccer's one of those things. I have an issue with running.
We played football together. You run fine.
Yeah, but that's only like short periods of time. You realize like how long you have to run in a soccer game? You have to run 15 miles, all right? I remember it was 5th grade, all right, and my parents put me in soccer camp, and that was about the most miserable experience in a sporting event that I've ever had in my life. Of course, I was all gung-ho about it, but then I was like, wait a minute.
Were you the fastest kid?
Nah, I was fat, you know? I was fat and slow. Well, my mom called me Husky, which was, you know, it made me feel a little bit
Just like
better.
Cartman's mom.
Made me feel a little bit better. But that soon wore off because then I realized that I can't keep up with the other kids because, I was too doughy, you know. But anyway, and then I realized, I'm like, you know what? I mean, I felt like I have good hand-eye coordination when it came to things like, basketball, baseball, stuff that you can use your hands, stuff that you can use your arms. Soccer, you're playing with your feet. Who has good hand-eye coordination? That's not even. You have to have good foot-eye coordination. Who has good foot-eye coordination? What regular human being, what regular American that you know has good foot-eye coordination?
I'll tell you this.
Obviously, none, because we don't even qualify for the
right. Not even
for
the
the World Cup.
revolution. Not even the the revolution. Not even them.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I think,
Dude, our soccer
one
team
of the
here
things.
stinks.
Oh, I thought we did. No, Revolution. I thought we did good. No, right?
Okay.
See, it shows you how much I pay attention to
Yeah.
soccer.
Name me one player on that team.
Ooh, Blake Shelton. Is he a? Isn't he a? No.
He's not a soccer
It's a Blake someone. Is it Blake Bortles?
yeah, Blake Bortles.
Trust me. After that AFC Championship game, he wishes he was playing soccer.
Oh my God.
Should change his vocation right there. Speaking of, by the way,
Yeah,
all
go
right.
ahead.
We'll talk a little football. All right, as well. With the contract that Jimmy G got offered, he is going to be
Awesome.
the highest paid quarterback.
Oh, well, I mean,
Now, do you think this opens up the door for others to reciprocate in fashion? Already, you're talking about the quarterback position as being the number one paid position in the game. All right, but do you think this even increases things? Like, for example, Aaron Rodgers, how much is he going to get paid? Tom Brady, let's talk about him. How much do you think he's going to be paid? Does this, up his value?
Can I tell you this? There's a lot of people out there who thought Belichick was doing something special. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
People thought that Belichick was trading Jimmy G to the 49ers because he wanted him to get ready when Brady retires. Garoppolo's coming back. He ain't coming back.
Oh, yeah, well, that's Yeah,
There's
exactly.
the
Not
people-
with that contract. Not at all.
But people still out there is still thinking that to this day. I see it on blogs. I see it on this. He's not coming back. Belichick got rid of him. Done deal. Right?
Maybe Belichick should write him like a cat or something.
Yeah, good job, But no, I think signing him for 5 years was a great idea because you don't want to let somebody like that go. Because I'll tell you what, he will win you a Super Bowl. Can we agree on that?
I think that's what San Francisco is primed for that right now. Or at least I think next year they are primed to they are guaranteed to make the playoffs. I can put money on that. All right.
Do you think he'll make it to the Super Bowl before Andrew Luck?
Yeah. I'd say Luck is very injury prone. I'm kind of talking about that the last show. Jimmy G though.
Hello from Gio.
Oh, Gio's listening. All right, shout out to Mr. Giovanni Hisiano, by the way. All right, and keep on proving on those basketball skills, my friend. You looking sharp out there yesterday. But yeah, like I was saying though, I think Jimmy is definitely poised for at least a playoff run.
Would you root for Jimmy if he's in the Super Bowl?
Absolutely, of course.
Against Brady?
Against Brady? That's a tough one to call. I don't know. It would be tough.
Are you
honestly?
Are you a Jimmy fan?
I am.
Me too, because he shows promise.
Oh yeah, and that's what
better
I'm saying.
than Luck. Do you think he's better than Andrew
and
Luck?
And here's the thing: like he has the heart of a competitor right there, and that you've got to admire. All right, you know what? There's a lot of people. I've realized there's a lot of people out there in this league that could be like, you know what? I'm fine playing second fiddle. If you want to use me whenever, I'm just gonna collect my money and sit on the bench. Not Jimmy, all right? He knows he's got something. He knows he's got talent. He knows he wants to play. And
he did
that's
learn.
what I'm saying. You got to admire that.
He learned from Brady.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I think he wanted to put that knowledge. Right now, he wants to put that knowledge.
Do you think Belichick was
use.
trying to get rid of Brady for next year and keep Garoppolo? Do you think that was the whole deal?
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. And
I
I
need to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you think Brady said something to Kraft? Kraft got involved, and then Kraft said, "Hey, listen, Brady stays."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you think Belichick was ready to get rid of Brady, not the Super Bowl year.
Here's the thing. I don't think that anyone really saw that Brady was going to last as long as he did. I mean, it's unprecedented what he's doing, basically. But
now he's 3-5 in Super Bowls.
I don't think that matters though necessarily. I mean, I look at it this way: it's not Brady's fault that they lost the Super Bowl at all.
No, I think he played great.
That's what I'm saying. If anything, I mean, he posted like record numbers. But he had like 502 passing yards and like 3 touchdowns. Come on, you can't put that loss on him. Not at all. And he still kept you in the game even up until the last play. It's huge.
So I watched
like a fine wine. It keeps on getting better with age.
Yeah. So I watched the highlights of that a couple days ago.
Okay.
It just kept me going.
Mm-hmm.
And when he threw that Hail Mary, he threw from their 40 to the end zone. What's that? 60 yards?
Yeah. What other 40-year-old that besides Rob Comecco that can do that?
Yeah. Right. Was that a shout out to him?
Yeah.
But no, he threw it for 60 yards. It hit Gronkowski on the fingertips.
That's what I'm saying. They kept him in the game. He still had a chance.
When he went to jump for the ball, I think if he got an inch higher, that would have been a touchdown.
Exactly, different story. But
and
anyway,
how would that be for an ending?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be grand. But here's the thing, though. I don't think they can keep on doing that.
Do you think they go Super Bowl next year?
Jeez, Playoffs, yes. I think something's brewing. Something's brewing in that organization. I honestly do think that there's some discontent, especially with the way Belichick right now is being perceived. I think a lot of stuff has come out about that, benching of Butler during the Super Bowl. I think right now, for the first time, he's actually being questioned. Typically the mantra was, "In Bill we trust." All right? I think that...
I ain't trusting him after that.
That's what I'm saying.
You?
I think there's definitely some chinks in the armor right now.
There has to be a reason why he benched Malcolm Butler. We still don't have that answer.
There's none,
and we never will. We never will.
Exactly. I don't think there's going to be an answer.
Accept that.
But but I
he
think
did it for the best interests of the team. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
But that's why this is the This is the argument here, though, is that was it for the best interest of the team? Now people are questioning that. And moving forward,
Right, but
I don't know
but
how
think
you
about
can
this.
put together a season like you did last season. I don't think that's going to happen. I
The
personally
defense
don't think
was
that's going to
garbage the
happen
whole year.
anymore.
Would you agree with that? The defense was garbage the whole year.
Of course, yeah.
Who had the best defense in the NFL?
I'd say Minnesota, but then they laid an egg during the Philadelphia game. So,
it would be. Philly didn't look that great to me, honestly.
well, I mean, come on. I don't think so either. I mean, you'd expect some. I mean, if you look at Super Bowls past, you expect that to be a defensive ball game right throughout. All right.
No, it was all
But
offense.
no,
It was all
I'm
offense.
saying it was complete offense. I don't know. And that I think it was kind of a disappointment. At least I thought. I think I like when defenses go out there and butt heads.
Right, but it was too many of, like, he was picking our defense apart. A rookie was beating our.
A rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Who?
Nick Foles, isn't he?
Are you kidding me?
No,
Guy's
I'm
a journeyman like you would not believe.
No, I'm
all right?
sorry. No,
If anything,
He's
that
a
guy.
backup.
No,
He's a backup.
I was gonna say, if anything, Nick Foles was about to retire. Like, no joke.
Yeah,
A couple
but
of
how-
years ago, he was about to retire. I mean, it's only by the grace of God that he got let back into the league. That Andy Reid called him up, and then he got called to Kansas City. Then he went to Philadelphia, and next thing you know, it's fly Eagles fly.
and do you think he's going to stay in the league next year?
I think he's either gonna go to Denver,
Nope.
or I think
The
he's
Jets.
gonna. The Jets.
You don't think they're just going to pick him up?
The Jets, jeez, I don't know. I don't see the Jets really doing much of anything at quarterback. They're a defensive-minded football team. That's where they're going to stay. I don't see them making any.
You
kind of
don't
move
think
like
they're going
that.
to pick him up?
I see they. You know what? Jets are going to get. My prediction is Jets are going to get AJ McCarron. All right, who just pulled off an amazing feat. He got out of his contract with the Bengals. I mean, and this talk about a superhuman move right there. Good for him. Yet again, another, in my estimation, all right, another comparable backup that realizes his opportunity is now. And why play second fiddle, all right? If you look at it, it's the same thing, I think, with the Jimmy G situation, all right? Jimmy knows he wants to compete. What are you paying me for, basically? I think A.J. McCarron's going to do the same thing. He winds up with the Jets. But I don't...
Or Buffalo?
Or Buffalo. I think, yeah, or Buffalo.
Well, which one will take him first, you think? Just the Buffalo.
Probably the Jets. I think Buffalo is they wanna stick with Tyrod, but
Tyrod Taylor?
yeah,
He's a future.
jeez. But I mean, well, who else do you got? The guy who's gonna Peterson, the guy who peters out and throws like 6 interceptions in a quarter. You're really gonna have that guy step in? I don't know. I think.
What does that tell you about your
I
organization?
think Buffalo's gonna draft. I do think Buffalo's gonna
But
draft.
what does
a
that tell you
quarterback.
about your organization?
That it stinks.
It's garbage.
It's horrible.
It's garbage. But you got to think about this. The Patriots were like that back in the 80s, too.
True. You know who I see, what's been the buzz lately around the league, of course, is Kirk Cousins. Do you see him going to Denver? I see him going to Denver.
Mm.
And then watch out, because Denver is like, I mean, they're going to be a legit threat if they actually had a quarterback, because they still got that amazing defense. So,
Kirk Cousins.
no.
Yeah, I can see him going to Denver. But then you got Nick Foles hanging around. Somebody's going to pick Foles up after the Super Bowl.
Well, Nick Foles, I realize Nick Foles he might go to. I think he's actually going to go to Arizona.
You think so?
My thing, yeah, I think either New
Isn't
York
Carson
or
Palmer
Arizona.
in Arizona?
That guy's washed up. Forget it. He's done. Forget it. Done deal right there. I wouldn't even mention his name. I wouldn't even bring him back. No, too injury prone anyway. Too old, too injury prone. That's what happens. That's what you get.
Hey, who's your favorite deep threat in the NFL? Burner.
Deep threat as far as like wide receiver is concerned.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like. I like Tyreek Hill from
Now,
Kansas City.
I'm talking about from the 80s and on. Who would you want?
Oh, from the 80s or on. Favorite deep threat? You gotta go with Jerry Rice.
No, not Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. I feel like there's too much drama right there. A little too overrated.
You wouldn't want Moss at all?
I mean, granted, his height is definitely a factor, I'd say.
If
but-
Moss was younger than he is right now
then pick him up.
and he had his talent, who would you want? Cooks or Moss?
Oh, I'd say Moss. That's a no-brainer right there.
Do you think Moss would have got that jump ball?
It's a tough one to say. He might have.
Yes, he would have. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. She's shaking her head over there. Yes, he would have.
Yeah.
Think about it. Moss was 6'5"?
Okay, but you're looking. Okay, if you make that jump ball catch, though, I mean Gronk is like 6'7". Granted, he may not have the ups. Well, I think again, Randy Moss, I believe, did play some college hoops, so he's got that going. For
Yeah,
him.
he did.
And we all know white men can't jump, so
There you go. What does that tell you about Aaron
that's
Hernandez?
an impending factor right there.
What does
About
that-
Hernandez.
Yeah. He tried to jump out of that window, but he hung himself by accident. Oh, too soon?
Yeah, that's
shit, my
that
bad.
still hurts. I think
my
if you're a
My
diehard Pats fan, I think that still hurts. You know, so.
Oh, stupid.
Shy away
Stupid.
from that.
You have all this fucking money and you blow that. Makes no sense. Makes no sense to me whatsoever.
A lot of people do a lot of stupid things, that have a lot of money. So I think they feel like they can get away with it. That's basically what my thought of it all.
You know what I really miss? Snow games. We haven't had any snow games in New England for the longest time.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they should bring the Super Bowl back to New England. That's why I think it'd be fun.
It's never been
you
in
know?
New England. You said bring it back. It's never been in New England.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like actually, like bring the potentially played regular season games and just I don't know, throw a Super Bowl in there. It'd be fun. It would spice things up a little bit. So
Right, but you remember the first AFC game? The wild card game, I think it was.
oh, against Oakland.
Oh, yeah, my man. You remember that?
It's perfect.
Snowy blizzard day.
That's what we love. Absolutely. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
how many inches were falling at? Like,
God, I think what we get 8 feet that day or something like that.
No, we didn't get 8 feet of snow. Jesus Christ.
That was the
8 feet of
quintessential
snow.
snow game right there.
You sound
My
like the
estimation.
maniac for a second. 8 feet of snow.
Oh, jeez. Well, speaking of, by the way, so All-Star Weekend this weekend in basketball.
I can't wait.
Are you feeling it?
Oh my God! What is All Star Weekend?
You sound like my sister. My sister, mind you, she lives in L.A., all right? And I just talked to her about it on the phone. I was like, are you excited about All-Star?
Oh, I know
About
what
the
All-Star
All-Star Weekend? She was like, oh, yeah,
Are
what's
they gonna
going
bring
on?
back Bird? Should they bring back Larry Bird for the All Star Weekend?
Yeah, they might as well
Imagine
bring back
that.
him.
Do you think Bird can still
MJ.
play? Hey, do you think Larry Bird can still play?
Oh, I bet they can ball, all right? Yeah, I bet he can ball. Yeah, absolutely. I've seen,
Do you think Bird was a good player?
Oh, the best. I think, honestly, the best shooting forward that ever played the game, hands down.
Better
This
than
is-
Jordan? Because Jordan had some 6 rings.
Now,
and
this has
Bird
been a
has-
debate, actually, for us Boston fans right here, because they retired over the week. They retired Paul Pierce's number up to the rafters. Now, people are debating that. Should Paul Pierce have his number retired by
But did
Boston?
did you agree with that?
Yeah, I think Paul Pierce was definitely influential in them winning that championship, winning that last
What number was
championship
he? 32?
in 08,
Was he
34.
32? 34?
Yeah.
Bird was 32, right?
Bird was 33.
Oh,
Come
gosh.
on, man. Really?
Hey, at least I knew.
Jeez, man.
Hey, at least I knew the numbers, right? At least I knew the numbers, right?
Hey, at least you knew the name. All right?
Hey, at least I was
I'm
clo-
giving you credit for that.
At least I was close to the numbers, right? Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, nearsies count, right? Only in horseshoes, my friend. Only in horseshoes. But anyway, no. So that's the whole debate. Should Paul Pierce get his number retired up into the rafters? I think absolutely. If you are part of a championship team, if you were influential, and also you got to look at the longevity, the time that he put in with a particular team, then absolutely have your number retired. So
Do you think
no
Brady,
debate.
Do you think Brady would have his number retired?
Oh, hands down. Yeah, when he
You think so?
retires,
You think so?
Pat's definitely retiring his number.
And say if they didn't?
I believe, you know what? I believe that all NFL teams should retire the number 12. All right, because there is no one that can possibly do better than Brady that wears that particular number. I mean,
How about
come
Jim Kelly?
on. Oh, Jim who?
Jim Kelly. 4 Super Bowls in a row, baby.
Jesus, yeah, four duds in a row in the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Brady's getting close to that, though. I think he's one away from losing.
Did you see him throw any ducks?
Any ducks? I can't say I did, but that's good. Good shout out right there.
So let me ask you this question. So we talked about the Olympics, right?
Mhm.
We talked about football.
Mhm.
Do you consider golf being a sport?
You serious right now?
Yep.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Really?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Ah, shit. Really?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. But this is a
All right.
this is a
So-
sport that
so-
everyone can participate
All right.
in, and I think it actually has more worldwide appeal than something like figure skating.
Okay, so you consider golf being a sport? Do you consider poker being a sport?
You know what? I'd even go there.
How
Yeah.
is that? How is
I'd
that a
even
sport?
go there.
That's
Why
not a
not?
sport. You gotta use the face.
Yeah, exactly. It's a game of
Sport.
physicality. Yeah, you know,
don't
you got your
coach.
poker face.
You
You're
don't
not gonna.
coach.
I don't think you're gonna be good if you don't have a particular face or particular demeanor that's on you. You know, it's funny. Actually, my lovely wife brought this up to a point. All right, so today, we ended up going down to the Silver City Mall in lovely Taunton. All right.
Yeah.
Arcade games. Do you think arcade games should be a sport?
No.
Okay, so we end up playing. So I was going to give my
That is not a
stepson
sport.
a
Are you
shout out right
sweating?
here.
Are you sweating?
All right, but my stepson Gio, all right, was a dexterous machine out there playing those arcade games. All right, Sandra and I, my wife and I, we tried that for one game, and already I had wrist fatigue. I had carpal tunnel syndrome within my first couple of
That's
presses.
not
I'm
a
like,
sport.
how-
That's not a sport.
Why not though? You
Do you
got.
consider jerking off being a sport? Answer that question then.
And the line just got crossed for tonight.
No, well, you're talking about video games being a sport.
I'm talking about there's got to be some kind of form of formal
Hey,
competition.
listen,
That's what I'm saying. At least there's a competition. In poker, there's a competition. All right. In playing video games, there's a competition. Golf
Hey,
is a
sometimes I
competition.
get blisters on
all
my
right?
hands.
Yeah, but the only one you're competing against is yourself. What kind of? There's no competition.
Same with golf.
Jeez. But okay. In golf, really, you're competing against a whole field of other people. All right. Granted, it's even more challenging because technically you have two tangibles that you're competing against. You're competing against other players, and also you're competing against the course itself. That's like a double whammy right there. If anything, I think golf is the toughest
Yeah.
test.
Can you call timeout?
Well, yeah.
Is there refs?
When you
Is
need
there
to go,
refs?
yeah, when you need to go to the bathroom. You know, call timeout then. You know, but yeah, and also
I don't think golf's a
there's
sport.
official. Yeah, well, okay. We need to go out to the driving range sometimes. I'll show
I
you,
will.
right? I mean, people.
I am
well,
phenomenal at golf.
I realize any sport. How about this? Any sport that you can get potentially injured in, maybe that will qualify. How about that? All right.
I can just get ninja talking to you right now. Is that a sport?
Well, no, technically no. So
Oh, you just said anything I can get
flapping
injured
your gums. Nah, I don't think so. But that's what I'm saying. But things like if you played video games,
All
though,
right, let me ask
incorporate
you
that
this.
into a sport, then
Mr.
absolutely. I
Sport-
feel
Mr.
like you can
Sport
get
King.
injured in that. That should be a sport. If you can get
Mr.
injured in it,
Sports King over there. Let me ask you this question: is volleyball a sport?
yes, absolutely.
Tennis a sport?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bowling a sport?
One of the biggest. All right. I think
Shooting?
you
pool.
know what? I'm surprised they haven't allowed bowling in the Olympics.
Yeah, me
at
too.
all.
Or shooting pool.
Shooting pool is another one.
I'm good at
Billiards.
pool. I'm good at pool.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
But I could beat you.
Are you good?
I'm not saying I'm not, but I know I could beat you.
You sure?
All right. See.
What?
I believe we should have our next broadcast down at like Boston Billiards or someplace like
Mag
that.
Maggie's? Remember Mag Maggie's?
Oh yeah, whatever happened to them, by the way?
Clearly, they closed down.
Jeez.
They got rid of all the pool tables.
Hmm.
And put video games in there. And a year later, trying to go in there, and there's a sign that says "out of business."
But I feel like pool once again. I feel I mean,
Pool's a great-
technically you can get
Great
in-
game.
Great
Game
game. Yeah.
to play.
Exactly. It's a
Not
game
a
of,
great
in the,
sport to
in the
play.
words of former
Let me make
President
that
George
clear.
W. Bush, great strategery has to be implemented in that game. All right. So, but that's what I'm saying. But once again, I think it promotes a certain amount of physicality. I'd qualify billiards. Put that in the Olympics. Why not? That's what I'm saying. Like, how is things like curling even? How is that
All right.
even an Olympic sport?
Would you want?
All right.
Would
Put
you,
bowling. Give me bowling. Give me billiards.
yeah. How about Uno?
Even-
A game of Uno. How about put that in the Olympics?
You know what? It's funny that
Two
you mentioned
red.
that. I have a bone to pick.
4 red.
I have a bone to pick with my wife and stepson. All right, because we played the heck out of Uno.
I love
all right,
Uno.
we've had
I
like an
love Uno.
Uno marathon. All right,
I love Uno.
and it has been.
How about guess who? Wait, you have Uno? At our mom's house.
I'll bring it though.
Yeah, I got Uno too.
Now that is a game of that is a game of will right there. I mean, you got to have some kind of mental durability, and the way that they're modifying the rules in Uno these days. I mean, now you can swap hands. Please, I remember playing. There was none of that shenanigans going on.
There wasn't. There was a wild card.
Exactly. Draw 4. That was like the mother of all. Now you can like draw 10. You can draw an infinite amount now. It's ridiculous.
So yeah, I was playing Uno with some people before. This is maybe around like 6 months ago.
Okay.
I thought I was pretty good at playing Uno. So I have my cards in my hand. Okay.
Looks like you're doing a magic trick over there.
I have my cards in my hand, right? I have the wild card. Draw 4. Skip. You know the skip?
Oh, yeah.
And like reverse type of thing, you know? I had that. Okay. I thought I had this game. All right. So now I'm down to my, 4 cards left?
Yeah.
I was going to go red, skip, back to me, reverse, back to me, boom. I was going to do all that, and I was going to wipe my hands. 1 card left. Uno. He puts it down. I'm like, what the hell is that? Swap hands.
Oh, see?
I'm like, shit. I'm like, you didn't tell me about that. He's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's the new version. It's like these new updated versions, and now
but that's no
there's
fun.
actually cards that you can write down the rules. You can actually write down the rules on the card, But that's horrible. That's like, yeah, you're like cheating fate right there. But
I really thought I won. I'm like, because the last card I had in my hand, I believe, was a wild card draw 4 thing.
That's like the mother of all. That should be the mother of all,
Nobody could
right?
beat me in that. I'm like, Uno.
It's like, do your worst.
Yep.
And son of a gun.
What is that person gonna do? Unless they had the same card.
It's true. Yeah. What can they do?
And all of a sudden, puts it down like this. Didn't even slam it down, just like that. And I'm like, swap hands. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's horrible. I'm telling you, it's a horrible card right there.
Is this like the Chinese version of it?
Terrible, absolutely terrible. No, but I agree though. I think Uno should be. If anything, it's a universal game. All right. We went down to Salvador over the past month, and sure enough, like the locals there, they know how to play Uno.
Oh, they do.
They love it.
Oh, they do.
Anyway, a game with that type of appeal, all right? I mean, come on. Just you might as well incorporate that into the Olympics, right?
No, but right, Uno. Like, all right, how about blackjack?
Blackjack, you know what?
Do you like playing cards?
Oh yeah. I'm
Are you the type of person who will sit at a round table, play cards, and smoke a cigar?
Yeah, I'm not big on cigars, but I mean, I'll sit around and like.
Would you have a cigar?
Waste
Puff
a
on that
moment
thing?
or two,
No,
I'm not big on cigars. I never really understood the appeal of cigars anyway. So, but
just suck them below.
Even when playing golf, I don't know what the
right? That worked that time around.
Even when playing golf, for example, like usually, get out to the links. I mean, you're puffing on a cigar or whatever, and supposedly it relaxes you. If anything, I don't think so. It makes me even more tense because I'm worried about like my breath is gonna reek. I'm gonna be worried about what other people think. I don't want that hanging over my head.
Do you like playing dice? There's some like dice games you can play.
Dice games,
with
like
drinking and all that.
Like craps or anything like that?
Something like that. We used to play a lot of Kikuyama.
Okay.
Shake it up. Put it on the table.
I don't understand like craps though. Right? Why would you want to play a game that's synonymous with like refuse, personal refuse?
I don't know.
Bodily emissions. Why would you want to play anything like that?
Well, people don't care. They just like to drink, like yourself. Like, explain to me what happened last Saturday night.
Last Saturday night?
Yeah,
we weren't playing craps though.
No,
I mean, there were some corners that were cut last Saturday night.
No, explain to
me. I'm
me.
not saying there was anything like illegal
happened?
going on, so.
But what happened?
Hey, stuff happens. I realize.
What happened?
So, there was a discrepancy with the bill.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But,
explain to me what happened.
I'm not at liberty to say because I want to go back to the establishment where the questionable instance happened, and I don't want to ruin that for myself right now. So, if I will say this, how about this? If it repeats itself tomorrow, though, then I mean we can talk about it all day long if you want.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
Can we go to the place and interview them?
Unless it pertains.
Listen, man, I've never got thrown out of Chuck E. Cheese ever.
Chuck E. Cheese is like the worst. All right, I'm telling you, that place it's what I mean. It'll freak you out though. I'm sorry, but there's something to be said about like those animatronic creatures playing instruments and singing.
You remember
all right,
those?
that'll scare the crap out of you. My Lord, jeez. And talk about a competitive environment, though. I've never seen, you have like a bunch of, it doesn't matter, a bunch of kids, a bunch of adults all playing these different types of games that, for no rhyme or reason. But.
Just doing the thing, doing their thing,
doing their thing. But no, things get heated, though. I've realized, I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese where things get heated.
Oh, hey, speaking of sports,
Especially
real
in that
quick,
game of
I'm going to cut
Frogger.
you off. Race car driving. Sport?
Ooh, good question on that.
Is that a sport?
You know what? Yeah, I'd say it's a sport. I mean, like I said before, anything that is competitive, anything that you could potentially, right now you could potentially die from, and people like lose their lives all the time in NASCAR driving. I'm sorry,
Really?
but it doesn't matter if you have a protective harness on or not, or a helmet or whatever. I mean that.
Do they get a
actually
lot of money if
is
they win?
Very extreme. Yeah, I believe they do.
How much money?
I can't. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of NASCAR anyway. I mean, I used to live in the South for a while, but I never understood the thrill of.
All right, how about horse racing?
Now that absolutely, that's a physical sport.
You like that?
I don't have a problem watching it though.
Have you watched it?
I've watched it. I think like maybe twice.
For how long?
Well, there's usually a lot of pomp and circumstance that kind of goes along with it. So by the time you actually get to the actual race, I mean, my attention is done. It's spent. It's pooped. But no, I can get into horse racing though. But once again, I mean,
You gotta gamble. You gotta gamble on that.
How the heck do you gamble? I've never understood. Like, how the heck can you gamble on horse racing? I mean, if you think about it, at least. Like, in the realm of professional sports, at least when there's the human component involved, there at least is some favorites, and I'm sure there's the same thing with horses. But I feel like with horses, the playing field is even a little bit more level, and like I don't know, how can you effectively place an exorbitant amount of money on that? I don't know if you can, So I don't know. I mean, to me, horses, a horse is a horse, of course. Like, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're all qualified, and I mean, I think they'll cross the finish line in like milliseconds of each other, So that's what I'm saying. The point is, it's very close. If I'm gonna gamble, I kind of want a little bit more of a sure bet.
Okay.
Sorry, that's just the way I am. I mean, but anyway,
fishing.
Absolutely, you can get injured fishing. I've been injured fishing many a times.
How?
Right?
How so? Explain this to me. Explain this to our audience.
You ever get a hook in the thumb?
No.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
How?
When you're trying to get the hook out of the fish, and the thing flops all over the place, and then somehow that hook like winds up in your thumb. That's horrible.
Is it relaxing? People say I've never been fishing.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. It can get intense sometimes.
How so?
I've been in friendly competitions, and it's very competitive actually. I mean, depending on the size of your fish and stuff like that, or I mean, for the most part, I catch like minnows, so I don't know if I'd really be considered a good fisherman. I like to think of myself as a good fisherman, but I'm probably really not. But yeah, it can get competitive a lot of the times. And, it is actually a sport in which the subject can retaliate back. And, I think like bull riding, for example. Do you think bull riding's a sport?
No.
Why not? Think about it. I mean, you got to be once again, you have to be in good physical condition.
To ride a bull?
Absolutely, yeah.
No, you don't.
I mean, you don't see anyone that looks like John Candy out there riding a bull, right?
I like John Candy. Come on.
I love John
Cut
Candy
it
too.
out.
But I wouldn't put any money on him less than 8 seconds. Forget it. Jeez. But anyway, no. But think about that. I actually like that. You know what? I like.
How about
that.
John Stamos?
Johnson? Yes, perfect bull rider. Right? Perfect bull rider.
Oh,
for
he's
season.
been writing a lot of
All right.
things lately. I'll tell you that.
You want to get sued, man? No, but anyway,
Wait, hold on.
I feel.
Am I gonna get sued?
Okay, here's the
If-
thing. Like,
if-
talk about
no, wait,
talk
hold on,
about
wait,
things
wait a
that
second.
should be a sport and that shouldn't.
Uncle
shouldn't be a
Jesse's
sport.
listening to this stuff, and I will be amazed if fucking Uncle Jesse from Full House turns on YouTube later on tonight and listens to this whole entire podcast. I will be amazed, and if he sues me,
Hey, some guys are into some pretty crazy stuff, man. I wouldn't.
he's a good-looking guy.
like Bob Saget. I wouldn't put it past.
Would you fuck him?
past I wouldn't put it past Bob Saget to tune into our program. So
No,
here's
but
to you,
John
Bob.
Stamos. I mean, what'd you get with him?
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's a good-looking guy. He's
He is, yeah, he is a good looking.
He hasn't changed that much.
But
You wouldn't want to call you uncle. Call
Really
him
not.
Uncle
Yeah,
Jesse at night.
that whole stigma, it could get a little bit. Things could get a little dicey. But no, we're talking about sports in which actually things are competitive, in which you actually.
John Stamos is a sport.
Yeah, John Stamos is his board. All right, but I kind of like the whole man versus beast. And do you remember that show, Man versus Beast? They actually had a show on what would outduel who? Like, I think they had some guy racing a giraffe. Wow, that's amazing right there. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like those competitions, I don't know. I feel like they should come back. I feel like there needs to be like a resurgence to that. They had I think it's like who could out climb who, and they had like a chimpanzee.
Rock
And-
climbing. Sport?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I believe any sport that you could sustain physical harm in or potentially die.
Parachuting.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, you can do stuff with that. Actually, yeah, you can do parachuting. You can do like little tricks, little somersaults in midair.
Do you know I've been skydiving before?
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I shit my pants, by the way.
Oh my God, man, how'd you do that? Jeez.
I was 18 and...
You serious?
A little push, and I'm like...
Oh man. But now, but that's what I'm saying. Did you go with that little guy on your back, or did you just?
He wasn't... I'll tell you what, he wasn't a little guy on my back, but...
Well, I don't know.
I
See,
mean, there was
that's
a
what I'm
guy
saying.
on my
no,
back,
it's
but-
considered. But that's what I'm saying. It's considered tandem. It's considered like a tandem jump, right? But that's what I'm saying. I think there's levels of parachuting in which you could effectively compete in, right?
But there was a guy on my back.
All right, so it was modified then. Now, but I mean, there's some guys that do it solo, But that's what I'm saying.
I'm a newbie.
Actually,
I'm a newbie.
Actually, parachuting is one of those.
We
things,
wrapped it up.
I do believe that parachuting could be a sport, all right? Because there could be different levels. You could either do it by yourself, you could do it with someone. There's different somersaults, there's
doing it by
different
myself.
acrobatics that you could do. I'm sure when it comes to parachuting, like this, I don't know, there's stuff that you could play around with,
They were pulling on my string.
I bet. Sounds like you had a ball up there.
Oh, I was throwing up almost.
Maybe two. No, but
Honestly, God, think about this. You're 10,000 feet in the air.
yeah, but here's the thing. This is where it crosses into like I noticed even in the Olympics, technically a lot of quote unquote extreme sports
Yeah.
are being featured. All right. And definitely snowboarding is up there. Kind of going back to what we were initially talking
And you
about.
get killed.
Right? Yep, and I'd say I'd say the chances of you sustaining an injury in things like skiing and things like snowboarding are probably greater than skydiving, I'm guessing, right?
What?
The chances of you getting injured in like a sport like snowboarding or skiing, you have more of a potential of getting
course.
injured than you would skydiving.
Of course.
So why not? That's what I'm saying. Why not allow skydiving into the Olympics? I like that. I think that would be more entertaining than.
Would you watch that?
I think that'd be more entertaining than ping pong, Even though, by the way, I am really good at ping pong, so I can't knock that too much.
Are you good at paintballing?
Paintball? See,
I love
now paintballing should be a sport right there. They should allow that in the Olympics.
I love
know?
paintballing.
Once again, you have the chance of sustaining injury. There's competition involved. More of a what would you say? More of a team sport? Yeah, you could do it 1-on-1 though.
Yeah, it'll be pretty fun.
I mean, doesn't your boy? I remember actually one of our pals, No Way. I think.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
No way.
No way's
way.
a good guy.
No way.
No way.
Yeah.
No way's a good guy.
No, but way. Oh,
no.
Apparently, according to him, he's an awesome paintballer. So.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I've been to his house and he showed me the
But
gears.
but it's like one of those things. Paintballing is good. I mean, they allow this target shoots in the Olympics, so you could totally add that. You
But
know?
I think the Olympics need to be updated a little bit more. Do you know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right. That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
kinda
add-
outdated.
All right, there you go. Add parachuting,
So, all right,
bowling. Let's add bowling.
so you turn on Olympics, you see skiing,
Yeah,
ice skating, snowboarding.
yeah.
Name me something else.
You have speed skating. There's
No,
very
this
bi- I
this
feel like
winter.
there's-
What have you
yeah,
seen this winter?
There's hockey. There's
That's skating.
I
pretty
feel like
much.
there's many different variations of like the. This is what I'm saying. That's why I think it's a bore. There's many different variations of the same thing. You know, like there's different variations of skating. There's different variations of skiing. You know, of different like there's slalom. There's the high jump. There's like whatever. You know, I think it's more varied. Obviously, when it comes to like Summer Olympic stuff. You know, but even that, I don't know. They're allowing anything in the Olympics these days, so yeah, why not? Let's kick it up a notch. All right, let's put video games in there. All right.
I'd rather paintball, man. I'll tell you that.
All right, well, let's do paintball then. I think that'd be good.
I think paintballing will be much better than what you just said.
Then
So I was looking at something on the computer. I was trying to get something loaded and I can't. My computer's so outdated. But yeah, no.
like some of these Olympic sports, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hey, listen, man.
But what about BMX biking, for example? Now I think that is.
I had a
actually,
BMX bike growing up.
All right, but I think that's an Olympic sport, though. Right? Have they
I
allowed
used to
that
do
yet?
great bike tricks too.
All right.
I did. I had a phenomenal bike trick when I was growing up.
Isn't there? I swear, isn't there an Olympic sport where you can ski and shoot at the same time? How come they don't show that? Why are they show? My thing is, why are they showing? Like, why aren't they showing us that? I think that's very entertaining. I swear to goodness, look that up.
It's
There's
not
a
good for kids. It's not good for the
There's
kids.
a sport where you can ski and shoot at the same time. Now that is a great compilation of skill right there. I mean, come on. Now that
How about
takes
surfing?
some-
Do they do surfing? That would be pretty.
Oh, they should. Yeah, they should do
How
surfing.
cool that down to Hawaii.
Once again, that's something that you need good balance for. I don't know if I could.
Same
get
thing
into
with
that.
snowboarding.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I look at it this way, and if you look at it, I think it would be one of those good crossover sports. Like, don't you want to see, some people like Shaun White, obviously he's popular in the Winter Olympics for snowboarding, but maybe in the Summer Olympics, like he could transfer it over to surfing. Do you feel like some certain sports maybe are, kind of go hand in hand? I feel like it would be one of those things. Like would you assume that if you were a good snowboarder, you would in turn be a good surfer?
I mean, one would assume that.
All right.
Because
it's like if you would say it's the same thing. It's like bowling. Like if you say, oh well, if someone is good at bowling, well then they must be good at softball. On the like fast pitch.
Well,
on the hand.
Are you good bowler?
I love it. Yeah.
Really? What are you better at, bowling or a shooting pool?
No, probably bowling. Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should get a game of bowling together.
Okay.
Okay.
A string. Usually it's called a string.
Sure. We'll go with that, and we'll film it.
Go to Boston
We'll
Bowl.
film-
Open 24 hours.
We
by the
will
way.
film it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That'd be entertaining.
And then watch me kick everybody's butt. And
You talking about bowling? Or,
yeah, bowling.
You fancy yourself a bowler then, huh?
I'm a great bowler.
All right.
Like, you're supposed to.
Remember, you typically.
You're supposed to get them in the gutters, right?
Well, no, I was going to say typically you're supposed to bowl without the bumpers, but
Oh,
I don't know if that's
Can
what
we
you
use
were-
them?
I don't know if that's
Can
what
we
you were
use the
planning
bumpers?
on utilizing, but
Can we use the bumpers?
for you, sure, why not?
No, but honestly, and we should have it filmed. Not the whole thing. Clearly, it'll be cut up.
I don't know if I feel like being embarrassed out on the lanes, by the way.
And then we'll put it on the Justin Jordan's Facebook page, and then on YouTube. Now YouPorn. People get that confused with a lot of things lately.
There's something out that was brought to my I don't know. Well, it was brought to my attention. Yeah, there's a couple things surfacing on YouTube. I'm only that one alone, right? But yeah, but no, I was gonna say this is strictly a sports talk show. I
Yeah.
mean, so like let's
Oh, that is a sport.
And once again, it comes down to the competition, though. I mean, you may be able to injure yourself, yeah, but I mean, depending.
But yeah, so
All right, but no, I'm down with that. No, I'll play in a game of bowling. Why not?
Yeah, just get like four people together.
Mm.
Do
Well,
that.
teams, all right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then well.
Do we get to wear special shirts, or I want to wear special shirts?
Oh, maybe we should have King sponsor this.
That's a good idea. Of Dedham.
We are in Dedham.
Technically,
And it would work out perfectly if we have King sponsor this. Because so far right now, well, look at this. Our views just went up a little bit on YouTube. Now instead of being at 135, we're at 140 today.
Oh, hey, that's
So look at that.
That's all
Kings can get an extra 140 people into their place.
I like that. I was looking on the brighter side of life. That's good, though. That's good.
People are commenting, and that's all that matters. Because I said in the description, this goes for anybody who's listening now live on Facebook. Say whatever you want. Say you guys suck. This that.
Whoa! Come on.
No, but
people
listen,
get too carried away here.
If they say they suck, they're listening.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't want my feelings hurt.
You think someone really hurt your feelings by that?
People are cruel.
People hurt my feelings all the time. I just let it go over my head. That
goes with a lot of things, but
I don't know. But I mean, listen, we should get a game going. It should be me, you, Christian.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I don't think you'd get him to.
No way.
Oh.
No way would probably go.
No way. Yeah, I could see no way being a.
No way would go.
Okay, when you look at people that that look like they could do a particular type of thing, I have to admit, when I first saw you, though, I was like, oh, you know what? I bet this kid's good at basketball. I mean, now I know that that's not the case, but
that is not the case.
But that's what I'm saying. You know how we look at people and you're like, oh yeah, you know what they could. I could see them doing.
But
that. No way looks like he could be a good bowler. So no way is approximately. What'd you say? He's 6. He's pretty tall, right? Isn't he?
Say 6'2".
6'2". All right.
6'3".
A lot of power. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of power. A lot of power to that body of his.
That's what I'm saying. I can see that happening.
But I think that would be something good to throw on the Facebook page so people could see how bad I am and just watch me.
Hey, you never know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, it could surprise you. I look at it this way. That's what I'm saying. I always talk about dark horses and stuff like that. I love it. Sometimes the things that you wouldn't really figure would be too typical that just come out of nowhere. Like I said before, your dark horses. Like I look at this like Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, at 5'9".
Yeah.
You really wouldn't think he would be as good a basketball player as he typically is, but I'm telling you, he's right up there.
Do you think he's a good basketball player?
Yeah, absolutely. But you look at someone of that stature, and I think obviously, like what's he going to be good at? Well, there you go. So it's like you. That's what I'm saying. If someone could get the wrong impression about you, and then you wow.
Oh, they do all the time. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that.
And then you wow them out.
I'm out to dinner with sometimes I'm out to dinner with my girlfriend. They come up to me. So, how are you ladies doing tonight? And she's over there laughing. And I go, yeah, we're fine. Go with it. Make sure my arm hair is showing. And they go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, continue. So you thought I was a chick. So you're saying my girlfriend's a lesbian.
Oh.
You want that tip? No. You just insulted her. But keep going with it. Because why back down now?
Oh, it's all right.
I mean, you had long hair before, right?
Yeah.
No one ever said.
Yeah, but no one ever mistook me for a girl, though. I don't.
Right or wrong. That's what happens, right?
I need to see photos of this.
Oh God, it's hideous. It's
right
horrendous.
or wrong. That's what happened, right?
Jeez, man. Well,
Yeah, I didn't just make that up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have a prominent Adam's apple. Usually, that's a dead giveaway.
This is my long hair. When my hair was longer.
Well, all right.
That's all.
Really dumb. Still think long hair means a gender.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Look-
guess
look-
I
look
guess
at Bruce
you're right,
Jenner.
but- Yeah.
There's a short hair on women. A lot of people are like, oh,
Yeah.
dude. It's like, no.
Oh, jeez. But that's kind of wrong, though. But no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. No, when I had long hair, though, I mean, I don't think there was any mistake in it. I realized, like, my jaw is too prominent, so.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's one of those things I had a tough time overcoming, but.
Hey, everything will be okay.
Yeah, you know.
Tell me more about it. Sing it, buddy.
I feel
Sing
like I
it.
need a psychologist after this,
yeah.
this session, but.
Oh yeah. All right. So, anyways, so we're about just to wind down, and let me just say this. I want to try next week. Trying to keep this on at the same time. To get a guest.
You want to try, or, I mean.
I want to do, but I mean,
You think we're ready for that now? Or, I mean,
and you know, make it a little interesting.
all right.
You know? The guy could be an author. I don't give a shit. You know.
Wow, okay. So,
Wouldn't you like to sit there and interview somebody like an author?
and interview someone?
An author?
I don't know. Someone named Arthur? Or you talking about, like, a guy who
why not?
actually, like, writes?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we could, I guess. But,
Hey, listen. You got to understand. To bring different things to the show would boost up people's.
morale? Or?
Yeah, I mean, people will get more into it too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you're saying bring in someone that's not going to talk about sports? Or, like, that's
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
I mean,
You got to start somewhere.
who are we going to bring in? The guy who writes, I'm
going to put an ad up on
who writes an
Craigslist.
article for Chicken Soup for the Soul? I mean,
Hey, if
how
it's-
can we relate to that?
Hey, if it sells, why not have them on?
Hmm.
Because you got to think of it like this, Jordan. If you bring people in here, that means more people are going to listen. Their friends are going to listen. Your views go up more.
Yeah, but
We get recognized more.
yeah, but what if they're not willing to talk about, like, sports though? You know?
Well, I mean, you can always change it into like, hey, you watch the Olympics? You know, you can always ask those questions to them. You know.
Yeah, but we already know what the answer is. The
I-
answer's
I-
probably
I-
going to be no, especially if you're talking to someone named Arthur.
But take a picture of my cat. No, honestly, no. But I'm not saying somebody who's writing a book has contacted me, but I'm saying in general, you should take anybody that comes your way. You know what I'm
Alright.
saying? Because it helps out and it gets more people listening. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think we should bring on definitely someone that takes a different view.
I think we should get some coaches on from maybe like some high school teams. You know,
All right.
and maybe we should go to them also.
I could talk about coaches that coach water polo. Like, I mean,
Yeah, like hockey. We got to get other people on
all right.
because I think that's what we're lacking sometimes.
What is other people?
Yeah,
Well, sometimes here's a thing though. Sometimes like too many cooks spoil the broth, though. Like,
right. But if you're
go the complete, opposite direction of what we intended it to be.
but if you're having somebody on as a guest, you want to interview them, and then you can have other people listen.
All right.
You know,
Well, I'm willing to give it a shot.
yeah,
for the most
never
part.
hurts. Never
All
hurts.
right. All right.
Never hurts. But all right, so that's the show today on this lovely Saturday night. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to drop them down right on this Facebook live stream that's going on right now.
But just remember, nothing too hash. We are sensitive.
Yeah. Jordan might cry. But no, if you have any comments or you have any ideas you want us to do next time that we do this, we would love to use them. I do want to say, Jeff, listen, man, if you're listening right now, I have to say this, buddy. You said put me on speakerphone. With what phone would you like me to put you on? What friggin' phone do you want me to put you on? I'm using my phone for Facebook Live. How the hell am I going to put you on? You're more than welcome to come down. Gave that option to you. You keep blowing me off like an ex-girlfriend, but I'm cool with that, I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, I have nice people next to me right now, But, man, I'm telling you right now, you're missing out, brother. You're missing out. You come by and help out, do whatever you want. But, yeah, pretty much I'm calling you out. I am calling your name right now. I'm calling your number. You know how people call Tom Brady's number in the huddle? I am calling your number right now. If you have the guts.
I'd hate to be Jeff right now.
No, Jeff's a smart kid. He's a smart kid. He blew me off twice. But whatever. Hey, it is what it is. All right. So, what the hell happened here? Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm Justin, Jordan, Rachel. There we go. Great. It's the end of the show on a snowy night. And yeah, we're out. Bye.